Everyone, and welcome back. So today I'm actually going to start like a new series here. It's not really a new series, it's going to be in my makeup tutorial series, but I am going to be doing makeup tutorials inspired by different cocktails. I know it sounds so dumb or like, you know, kind of silly, but like you see all these different cocktails and even things on like the tasty pages and stuff like that on social media. People are making up their own these days, and there are a couple of cocktails I've made up on like by myself and things before. So I mean, that just gives me a chance to just play with colors, play with different colors and combinations and textures and stuff I probably normally wouldn't have. So basically that's where I'm going to find like my inspiration from and stuff like that. So it just gets me to use different palettes, different colors. I mean, because I have green eyes, I almost flat out refuse to use green eyeshadow, but if I do like an apple teeny or something one day, you know, it just gets me to use different colors and things like that. So starting off today, I'm doing the Fruit Tingle cocktail, which is probably my current or my absolute favorite cocktail I've ever tried because I love it. I am a sweet flavor person. I don't like spicy and I don't like sour. I am a very like sweet, like I love sweet flavors. So the Fruit Tingle is my favorite, and I thought it's very fitting to start off with one that's my favorite. So here we are. I have done very bright, bold eyes. So if you don't know what a Fruit Tingle is, it is basically vodka with blue curacao liqueur, raspberry flavored just normal cordial, and then you top up the rest of the drink with soda water or lemonade. 99% of the time it's lemonade, but if you want to, you can request it with soda water. So this is the look that I came up with. So the blue is obviously the blue curacao. I've got the purple on my lower lash line because, you know, once all the red and that mixes together, it goes to be like this nice purple. I've got the pink on my lid, which is like a hot pink. I mean, I know the raspberry is more of a red raspberry, but like once it's gone through the drink, it all just like melts together. I initially did this look a few weeks ago where I did like a cut crease and everything, and I didn't like it. I mean, I liked the look. I just don't think it fitted this drink because once it all mixes together, it looks like it's just all melted together and it's kind of messy. So that's what I wanted this to be. And I mean, the shimmer in that is kind of, you know, for the lemonade bubbles. I mean, I've got bold lashes. I don't actually have lashes on. I can't find my glue, so I didn't put any on, but my lashes are a lot more bold than what they normally are because I've been using my Nars Climax mascara. But that's where it's from, and you know, I've got nice glowy skin. I mean, the skin part itself is not really the inspiration part. I just put some nude lips with this look because I wanted to. Didn't want to go anything too bold, but again, I am using the ABH Alyssa Edwards palette, and I also really wanted to just do a look where I tried out the blue in my crease because the past couple of times I've tried the blue, it hasn't blended very nicely. It was a little bit difficult to work with today, but it did work very well. So this is the start of my cocktail inspired makeup tutorial series. I hope you guys really enjoy it, and if you just want to see how I got this look and inspired by a Fruit Tingle cocktail, then just keep watching. Okie dokie, so I'm starting off by priming my eyes with my M.A.C Soft Ochre Paintpot like normal, and I'm just setting it with, I don't know, whatever face powder I had near me. I always have to set it. And then I grab my ABH Alyssa Edwards palette. I love this. And I'm using the pale purple shade. I will actually put the shades down below, but I'm using that matte one as like a lighter transition shade. I didn't want it to be too purple because I am going in with the blue, but I also did want a shade to just help everything blend. And then I'm going in with the matte blue, and that is being put in my crease. I am just placing it with this small Avon brush because it's just the perfect size and shape for that. And then afterwards I realised, you know, this brush is not particularly good at blending it out. I'm also distracted a bit throughout this video because I am watching Netflix at the same time. And then I tried to get a little bit of the purple on that brush, but it just wasn't blending, so I ended up going in with my Real Techniques, whatever this is called, deluxe crease brush or something. This is like the only brush I can use to to blend out that shade. I actually ended up using that brush just to do my other eye. Then I'm just cleaning up the blue because it makes such a mess, and blue always like highlights and accentuates my under eye circles, so I have to clean it up. I got a little bit of the matte purple, I believe the colour's called DDG or something like that, and that's the darker purple, and I placed that over the blue. I didn't put enough to make it look purple, I just wanted it to deepen up the blue because there wasn't a darker blue, so I just used the purple, which is fine. It just added a bit more depth, but it wasn't enough to make it look purple, just enough to accentuate and deepen the matte blue. Afterwards, I used the Maybelline Colour Tattoo. I love these. This one is in the colour Inked in Pink, which is obviously the metallic pink shade. And I just pressed that onto my lid using my finger, and I just sort of blended it out. It's really messy the way I've done this, but it was on purpose, and it just, yeah, looks nice. After lots and lots of blending with the blue as well, I ended up going in with the metallic pink shade. Again, name will be down below. And just with that flat brush that I have, pressed it all over my lid. I probably should have sprayed my brush with MAC Fix Plus to make it even more intense, but oh well. Moving on to my skin, I ended up using my Rimmel Fresher Skin Foundation. This is an SPF of 15, and I just put that all over my face with my sponge. This has fairly decent coverage, and I wanted to be very, full coverage because my eyes were so bright. I also spent forever and a day blending the rest of my eyeshadow and everything to make it look seamless. After foundation comes concealer, and of course I put it under my eyes. This is the Covergirl Outlast concealer mixed with the E.l.f 16-hour camo concealer thingy. Again, they'll be down below, but I just blended that under my eyes. Whatever's left on my sponge I just put like in the center of my face, because under my eyes and everything I did make a bit too bright accidentally, so this is just balancing it out. I then just set under my eyes. I mixed my Australis banana powder with my M.A.C white powder, and I just pressed that powder in with my angled, it's supposed to be a foundation brush, but whatever. On the rest of my face, I'm pretty sure it was the Maybelline Matte Maker powder I used, so I just pressed that all over my skin to mattify. And then I went in and did my brows. This is the Rimmel Brow This Way brow kit. It's just what I have at the moment. I love this one, or the E.l.f one. I have to say, if I'm keeping my hair quite dark, next time I will actually purchase a dark shade. But this is just what I'm using at the moment. And this is the Anastasia number 12 brush. The writing is all rubbed off on my brush because when I first got it, I was not very careful with it. And then I just go over the top and set it with the powder and everything. And I made my brows very bold because that's how I like it. On my lower lash line, I used that pale purple shade I started off with my much bigger pencil brush, and I just blended that out, making it like a transition shade for my lower lash line, but not quite. And I also made that a bit more bold than what I did with my upper lash line, and then I went in with the actual matte purple. I'm pretty sure it is next to the matte blue. Again, I will label these shades, and I put that on my lower lash line. And then I highlighted my inner corner with the matte white, which I have to say is probably the best matte white I've ever used in my life. To warm up my face and add some shape and everything, I used a little bit of this Loreal bronzer, and I didn't put too much stuff on my face because I wanted all the focus to be on my eyes, so I didn't actually put it too much. I just wanted a light, coating of blush, bronzer and highlighter to make everything blend together, but not enough to draw too much attention to my actual face. I use this Essence Be Loud blush because it was very similar to a lot of the tones I had going on my eyes, and also I haven't used it in forever, plus I actually really like it. I bought it years ago and I can't bring myself to get rid of it because the few times I do use it, it looks really nice. And for highlighter I ended up using Becca Pearl, which is the stark white one, and ended up putting it all over my face to make it look like I was completely glowing everywhere. And then I put on what seems like 50 layers of mascara. This first one I'm using is just my Oxx Studio Mascara because it just creates that real fluffy look first. And then I went over the top of it with the Nars one, the red one, whatever it is. Then finally for lips, I ended up just using this Maybelline lipstick. I always forget what the actual name of it is, but I'll put it down below. It's just a very pale matte colour, and I went over the top of it with my Sephora lipstick. This is the one in tan lines, and that just added a little bit of extra colour. I ended up adding a lip gloss, but for some reason my camera didn't film it. And there we go, guys, that's it. The products I use will be listed down below. I hope you had a really good look at this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.